Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're talking about the theoretical idea of a market crash due to new super packs in NBA 2K26 My Team, and the unfortunate truth that we're probably not going to see a real market crash for the rest of Season 1 is my honest thoughts, unless we get a truly insane Friday drop. And I mean an insane Friday drop with multiple unbelievable pink diamonds that people like really want, and like it would have to be like a super stacked drop on Friday for people to really on any Friday this season, I think, for the market to significantly drop at this point, because I don't think these wild gems packs are going to be affecting the market much at all, to be totally honest. They might even affect the market a little bit less today, to be completely honest. I'm going to talk about why that is in this video. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. I know people like market crash videos. I don't know why. They've always done well. I'm not the type of person who's going to try to force them. Generally speaking, in the past with Tuesday super packs, they've had a real market effect. This year, that's not really the case right now. And the main reason for that is because there are 2,000 cards in these packs. Again, when you have this many different cards dropping in packs on a week-to-week basis, then yeah, it's going to be realistically, it's going to be tough to find certain guys because there just aren't going to be that many of them on the auction house at any given time. You know what I mean? So let's say you want Richie Guerin. Well, he's not on the auction house right now. That's tough. You want Brandon Roy. Well, he's not on the auction house right now. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? And I have a Tyson Chandler. I mean, I would make so much MT from selling. Okay, actually, I wouldn't sell him right now, though, probably, because there's two of them on the auction house. But again, it's just like there aren't, even with these super packs and with potentially more people opening them today, there aren't going to be a significantly larger amount of these wild gems being pulled. Now, there is certainly more of them being pulled. I mean, we could look in the last 2.5 hours of Diamond Wild Gems, or we'll look for the next hour and a half and see how many there were, because these super packs have been out for 2.5 hours as of right now, as I record this video. So we'll check the next hour and a half, and then we'll see after that how much it looks like it increased, but I'll count in my brain as we go up there, and hopefully I'll be close-ish with my counting anyways. I may not be completely perfect, but I will try my best to be as accurate as I possibly can. And 35, 36, 37, 36, 37-ish, it looks like, in about an hour and a half. And then the number definitely does increase from there. There is certainly a little bit more of a frequency of these players popping out, but it's not a way more huge frequency of players. There's certainly more, no doubt about it. But the honest truth is, when you have, even at the diamonds, 183 different wild gem diamonds, a increase in the amount of them being posted is not really going to translate to a significant decrease in the price of the desirable cards, because again, a lot of the ones being posted are ones that aren't very desirable, for example. And then a lot of the ones being posted are, like, let's say this Marcus Smart, for example. People would love to get this card. He's very good, but he's got 17 Hall of Fame badges. This card's going to go for a lot. You're going to find badge versions of cards. They're going to be expensive. And also, you're just not going to have very many options of guys. So again, it's still going to be, yeah, there's more of them dropping today, but if I want Billy Owens and there's only one Billy Owens on the auction house, then he's not really going to be any cheaper than he was yesterday. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be multiple people who want this card. It's going to keep the price on them expensive. You know what I'm saying? That's just how this works with these market crashes, because of how many different cards there are. And then additionally, today, they dropped these Wild Gem Super 50 boxes with the event card topper, and I think the event card topper is unsellable. And so, since you can get an unsellable event card, instead of the Amethyst Plus topper, which has a 50% chance of being a diamond or higher, you are scrapping your sellable topper that is 50% chance to be a diamond or higher again for this, which, I mean, might be helpful if you get lucky and pull one of these higher tier option packs, for example. It could definitely be helpful towards trying to complete these featured exchanges and trying to get these players. And if you're a big spender, I mean, it probably does make these exchanges easier than they were before. But that's a very small group of the community, I think, that's actually opening multiple of these boxes and stuff like that, and are trying to complete these Pippen, Embiid, SGA, KG sets. And so realistically, what I think you're going to get is you're going to get more unsellable toppers, because people are going to, some people are going to rip these. So we're going to see even less of those cards on the auction house. And I honestly think people just aren't really opening very many packs as well, because the game mode is really dry right now. Friday content isn't exciting. And so people don't feel a need to open a lot of packs to get a lot of MT, because the Friday content itself has been very underwhelming. Tuesday content is the exact same thing the entire season, so there's certainly nothing you have to be prepared for there. And then the week-to-week content besides that is completely non-existent. So again, people have no real incentive, I don't think, as of right now, to open these packs either. The pack odds are absolutely terrible, and you're really like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? I think that just grind the game. If they would make the pack odds better, people would open them. I guarantee you that. That's the key at the end of the day. But unfortunately, they're probably not going to do that. If they would make the toppers better, if they would make things more rewarding and more reasonable, people would spend money, but as of right now, they're just not. So I have a hard time believing that today's packs are going to change much of anything, even with those toppers. How is that actually going to change the market? Not in a significantly positive way, I don't think at all. And again, this is what the content's going to look like for the next, 2 weeks on Tuesdays. We have 3 more weeks this season, so the last week won't have Tuesday content. We're going to get these 2 more times this season. We're going to get 2 more Friday drops this season. Well, I guess 3 more Friday drops this season that are probably going to be really mediocre, to be totally honest. And hey, I mean, I think they shot themselves in the foot. I cannot believe that 2K was like, yeah, you know what we're going to do this year? We're going to drop 2,000 cards, including 183 diamonds with a lot of really good ones, 167 amethysts with a lot of really good ones. We're basically just going to drop a bunch of November and December cards with the top tier cards that are in these packs in September, and then everybody's going to want to give us money. We're going to make a lot of money. I don't know what their thought process was, man. I mean, maybe it's worked. Maybe they made so much money front-loaded on this that it actually worked out. But I just have a hard time believing that enough people are opening packs for this to work. I feel like this is going to kill their pacing this year, and I feel like it's really not good for revenue, which means that the game's going to get greedier and greedier throughout the year, and they're going to be squeezing more and more, but people are just going to stop playing the game. I mean, my team is really in a precarious position right now, in my opinion, at least. So, look, do I think that there could be a little bit of a very slight market crash? Potentially. Are there always opportunities to go around here and just look for these players and see if you can, certain guys pop up for snipes or whatever? Yeah, I think people actually legitimately have been sitting on these filters for hours a day, just sitting around waiting for cards to pop up for snipes that are in these sets. And if you're really dedicated to that, eventually you'll make a good amount of MT from doing that. But at the end of the day, man, like, I don't know. I just think this whole situation today is really frustrating. You can open a $100 box and get an unsellable 30,000 MT card basically as your topper. Like, if you get a gold. I don't know. I guess you're guaranteed something. These sets are so expensive that it almost doesn't matter, though. I don't know. It's just frustrating, man. Just frustrating in general. I am personally in a situation where I am sick of my team right now a little bit, just because it doesn't feel like there's a lot to do, and it feels like on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, the content has been getting worse. And so I think that is coming out in my frustration. I do apologize for that. But, man, I want to see good for the game. And packs with really, really bad odds that don't adjust the market at all are not that. What that keeps is cards really, really expensive and very, very rare. So for that's the other thing. Like these, I'd love to be like, oh yeah, go get all the budget beasts. And there are some. I've given y'all names of guys who like Lafonso is for 39K. That's a steal. If you need a small forward, like that's a card. Like I'm giving y'all names of guys to go get. I've been gassing Doug Christie for weeks. This is a card that I got for less than 50,000 MT. He's probably not less than 50K. Okay, 75. But like, there are a lot of those guys, and at every position, there are guys in the amethyst and the diamonds and even the rubies that are being overlooked and are good cards and stuff. Like 32K for Anthony Parker, that's a steal, y'all. Y'all gotta, I'm saying, y'all, you can still get good deals out of this stuff, and you can still find enjoyment in this content and still find enjoyment, I personally believe, in 2K26 My Team with the seasonal content. Again, the seasonal content for Season 1, I thought has been killer. I just want to see more overall. You know what I mean? Because this last week or two has been really frustrating. And the market ain't gonna crash. I'll tell you all that right now. I would not expect any more market crash videos this season from me unless something significant changes. As of right now, though, I don't see any reason to believe the market is going to significantly crash. And so I'm not gonna force this video out again because that feels like a waste of y'all's time. So I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.